Alright, hello y'all. Welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Jay. I'm the car hauling dispatcher. This is the intro. This is the car hauler. You know that. You know that trailer on the road? The one that looks like maybe he's got a little more than he can handle, but he knows what he's doing. So you just have to let him be the car hauler that he is. Where's he headed? Is he going to an auction, coming from an auction, dealership, residential pickup? How did he get those loads? Does he find those loads himself? Is this something that he does? Well, the answer is... Oh, whoops. I grabbed the wrong slide there. The answer is I'm Jay. I'm the car hauling dispatcher, and I help car haulers get loaded, get their loads. And so I do a show where I talk about getting loads, staying loaded, helping people look for new ways of searching for loads. The question is, I want to be a car hauler. How do I get loaded? Well, one great way to do that is to get a dispatcher and get some help. So I'm not, the color here is kind of crazy. I'm not sure why I can't get a clear. Yeah, I'm like red. But if I hold up this wipe out, a little bit of white card, it's not so red. Oh man, I don't think I can fix it. I don't know what that is. I'm not in my normal home office right now, so this camera's going crazy. But what I did is I pulled up some YouTube behind me. I've got wow, look at that. Like totally. So if I lean, no. So if I keep my hand in it, it helps. Maybe I'll just hold this white card the whole show. Cameras are funny like that. So I'm just going to hold this white card for a little bit. Oh man. Camera's going crazy. Alright, so I'm the car hauling dispatcher. I'm Jay. Behind me I got some video of JBG Travels. I don't know if you watch JBG, but he drives, a Midwest route, and he's got some really interesting DOT inspection videos. So that's what I've got on behind me, because it's better than a blank wall. And I'm kind of an audio video guy. I like multimedia, and just mixing that with any recordings that I do. I think you've probably seen in some of my videos I do phone calls, but I don't want to bust anybody out. I don't want to put somebody on a recording that isn't ready for that. So hey, what's up, Patrick Michael? Hey, yeah, turn off behind you. Yeah, see, I don't want to do that, because then I'll have a blank wall. And there's some really interesting video here. Let's see here. If you watch, what do we got here? You're gonna see JBG on his travels, and see, if I have a little bit of white next to skin tone, it takes out that red saturation. So go figure. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not in my normal home office. I'm traveling tomorrow, but I wanted to still at least do a show, and because life continues no matter what you're doing. I know car haulers are on the road, and most of you are car haulers. In fact, I'd love to get some more dispatchers and brokers actually tuning into this show, but that's cool. I've been invited to several more Facebook car hauling groups, so thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I love seeing pictures of the car haulers, posts of, hey, what's the cents per mile that you should expect? Hey, there's JBG. I look like I'm in the truck with him. Here, let me get out of the way, man, so you can get to the beef jerky and the Diet Coke. So, hey, what's up? Clarksville Trucking. Thanks for tuning in, man. Dave at Clarksville showed me this amazing app earlier called Zello, which basically turns your cell phone into a walkie-talkie. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool. wait till you hear the audio clarity on Zello. Zello, I don't know if it's Zello.com or not, but go ahead and go to the Play Store or the Apple Store and check out Zello, and then just get the username, create a username for you, get the username of other users, and you can just walkie-talkie back to each other. And then, as Dave was showing me, you can tune into channels. It really is amazing. I can't wait to dive into it further. Right, there it is, Zello.com. So, dude, check that out. That is an amazing app. And in this business, you know, you got to talk back and forth. You know, short bursts of conversation, communications, whether it's a link or a photo. You know, you've got a note you want to share. Patrick at Bailey's Auto and I had a lot of back and forth, actually yesterday and then this morning on some loads, because, you know, there's always some other hitch. You got to talk to so-and-so. You need to get a phone number. You need to call him right now before he leaves the office or before he gives the load to somebody else. Yeah, I've been checking out JBG's channel. Yeah, man, it's really a cool channel. What I did is I actually, now I can move this. Now that the intro of the show, is passed, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I've been looking at. And yeah, actually, some of my favorite channels are Smart Trucking, Red Viking Trucker, Jay Cannell is really doing some amazing stuff. Super Trucker Dan, I was so tempted to put Super Trucker Dan in the behind me in the as the background behind me instead of JBG, but I chose JBG. You know, why not, right? So here I am. I'm sitting next to JBG. Hey, JBG. Oh, okay. He's gonna watch this and be like, dude, don't put me in your video. Oh, there's the DOT. Cool. So that's pretty cool. I also was checking out the Truckers Report. I like to, you know, this is an educational channel. So again, if you don't know how to get to the car hauling forum, go to thetruckersreport.com, click on forum. Make sure you log in, sign up, get a username so that you can participate and interact. Scroll down to the car hauler and auto carrier trucking forum. And I saw some interesting threads in here. A car hauler can survive. This is interesting. This guy was talking about how he ended up with a... he's coming up 95 out of Florida last night, about 100 miles south of Manning, South Carolina, and his alternator belt decided to shred into 1,000,000 pieces. So, sitting on the side of the road at midnight, I located a new belt 100 miles north of the TA in Manning, South Carolina. So he's got to get 100 miles. He just has to figure out how to drive up there with no charging system and all of his lights on. So what he came up with, he's got a long, heavy duty jumper cables, hooked them up to a minivan on the front of his trailer, ran them to the batteries on the Freightliner, and then started the minivan, drove 100 miles north with remote charging system, and got a new belt. Dude, that is a great story, man. A car hauler can survive by HULLD heavy load member. Man, that's awesome. Hey, what is up, David? Posted a 3-car hauling and got flames. I'm on there. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, so again, that's in reference to Zello. Dude, check it out. What was another good? There's some really interesting ones up here. October equals crappy rates. I found this interesting because, again, I'm a car hauling dispatcher. As a dispatcher, with the seasonal flow of rates, usually the best time for me as a dispatcher looking for rates, looking for cars, and finding better rates, the spring into early summer is my favorite time. And then August gets a little off because of vacation, school, I don't know. These are guesses, right? I mean, who really knows? Although there's some reasons, but sometimes you can't figure it. And then September, October, usually October is not crappy rates, because the problem is if October really is crappy rates, well, then you hold on to your hat for December, because December and January, those are the crappy rate months, which when I look at the calendar right now, that does not bode well, right? Because the problem with November, I've noticed things are okay at the moment. But then as soon as Thanksgiving hits, you've got your trifecta holidays, Thanksgiving, man, let's just take off 5 weeks until Christmas. And then Christmas, let's just take off another 5 weeks. You know, it seems like there's like 2 months of just garbage. But that's where, if you are all-terrain, you know, man, just get out there and bust it up and drive into, 4-foot snow in Idaho, and you can do great. So, October crappy rates. Is October the month where decent rates go to die? Not usually. So, that I did find that. That's why this guy says, add October to the other 11 months of crappy rates. Isn't that the truth? So, let's see, what else is coming in here? Must keep tools with you. Yeah, for sure. So this show is driven a lot by live chat. If you got a route you want me to search, one of my specialties is load boards. As anyone that can tell you that I spend way too much time on Central Dispatch, Ready Auto, Cars Arrive. Those are the only 3 I've got pulled up right now. Yes, you can go to metroloads.com. Yes, you can go to urautoloads.com. Yes, you can go to uship.com. And yes, there is a carrier.reindeer, carrier.reindeerauto.com. That's the reindeer auto load board. But really, the reindeer, uship, well, uship doesn't count. Uship to me is, I don't know. I wouldn't even go there. Don't waste your time. Let Montway book that stuff, and then just book it through Montway. UR Auto Loads, Metro Loads, which I would think Montway would be glad that I said that, right? Because Montway has figured out how to get the cars off uship and, distribute them to car haulers looking for loads. But basically, the only load board you really need is the only load board that costs $100 a month, and that is Central Dispatch. So go to Central Dispatch. It's all up here. So, hey, somebody give me a search, will you? Let's see. Jay, will I make more money hauling cars for dealers or the general public? Good question. So, man, I keep changing colors. Basically, and also, if this stream pauses or delays or stops, please let me know. I don't know if the connection has a hiccup or not. You need to secure a customer, ideally within your first 2 years of hauling. Now, it could take 5 years. It could take 10 years. But your goal is to secure a customer. And a good customer is a dealership. The problem is a dealership's not looking to you, the car hauler, as their provider, because you're one car hauler, and they just want a solution. Like everybody wants a solution, right? You want one tool to fix your problems. So to a dealership, that is not a car hauler with one truck. That's a broker that can find whatever hauler they need to move whatever car they've got, whether it's Phoenix to Salt Lake City or Miami to Los Angeles. Now, dealerships aren't that haphazard, but that's literally what they're looking for. Now, unless you can find a small dealership with a steady stream, I've got some names in my mind, but I'm not here to name names, but there's plenty of smaller dealerships that maybe they're close by. Maybe you can establish yourself as their carrier of choice. So whether, let's say, let's pick a city. Let's pick like Pittsburgh. So maybe there's a small dealership in Pittsburgh, and they've got Pittsburgh to Indianapolis, Pittsburgh to Atlanta, Pittsburgh to Oklahoma City. And then they also got cars coming in from Mannheims or Odessas. So maybe you can service that small dealership with their cars from Pittsburgh going out and the cars they buy coming in. If you can secure that kind of customer, you will find that your business will turn into a small fleet. You will grow, and that's what you're looking to do, in my opinion. As a dispatcher, that's from the point of view of a dispatcher looking at load boards and seeing just random cars that you just can't dictate what the rate should be. Brokers will post for whatever they want to post it for. They might post it based on, and there are some interesting, if you watch Relo Geek, actually Relo Geek has some interesting videos about being a broker and how you price and how you charge. Some brokers just list a car with their fee in mind. So let's say the customer's paying them $1,000. They know they want $200. They list it for $800. But then they think, well, wait a minute. Why would I just go ahead and list it for $800? Maybe I can get somebody to move it for $600, and then I make $400. And then guess what? Somebody does move it for $600, and they just made $400 on one car, and then they realize, now the cat is out of the bag. Oh my gosh, I can get $400 for a car. So then the next car, when the customer only pays $700, and they're like, well, I still want my $400. I'm going to list it for $300. And everybody looks at it and goes, man, that is a terrible paying car. There's no way I'm going to do it for $300. Now they realize, but only then do they realize, oh, okay, I can't make $400 on every car. To me, that's what happens. But again, that's a dispatcher's point of view. Need a rail yard close. So, yeah, Patrick, what I would do is, in your area, basically, when you start, let's say you start today, okay? Let's say you're a brand new car hauler, which is possible. And you know that you've got the DOT that's going to be at your window, right? You've got to account for those unforeseen expenses. Okay, so you're a brand new car hauler, you just hit the ropes, and ding, round one. Okay, first of all, don't hire a dispatcher. Do it yourself. Learn what it's really like. Because if you hire a dispatcher, you're not going to believe everything they tell you, because it's crazy. You think you got the perfect route, and then your anchor load cancels. And you didn't do anything wrong, it just happens. Or you realize, oh, there's all these phone calls that have to be made to make sure that these vehicles are ready for me. So be your own dispatcher. I would say for the first 6 months, do everything yourself, if possible. And when you find out that you can't, then you start to hire. Maybe you hire a billing person and a dispatcher. Maybe it's the same person. And then maybe you also realize, oh, this would go better with the TMS. Now that ELD's in the picture, I think it fast forwards the whole electronic bill of lading game, but, maybe not. I actually haven't checked. ELDs is boring. It's totally boring. But it's 40 days away. And I guess in 30 days, it's not going to be as boring. It's still kind of boring. 40 days away seems like a long time. 40 days until you have to vote for the president, seems like a long time. But, and this ELDratings.com has good reviews, or at least it's something to look at, without it being, Keep Truckin'. Keep Truckin' has their own comparison, and that's good too. But, obviously you're going to think, well, this is probably biased because it's hosted by Keep Truckin'. Which brings me back to Auto Transport Intel. I am not connected to anybody. I'm a dispatcher. I've been around the block a couple times. I've written a lot of blogs. I have done different things. I've dispatched. I've sold. I've tried to help with the back end of the technology side of it. I have not driven and I have not loaded. I'd be interested in that sometime, though. That'd be cool. I don't know if you want me up on your 10-car Stinger, trying to park a Kia over the front. But short of that, I'm not connected to anybody, so there is no bias here. And yet I'm not here to bash. We are a community, and there's a lot to know. And, we got another video coming up here. Cool. So I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say, and I love that there's so many Facebook groups about car hauling. So what else do I got? Stay with Central Dispatch. Stay with Central Dispatch. All new people. All new people. Do it yourself. You will be free. Great words, Ahmad. I appreciate you chatting tonight, you know, there is a lot of what is going on behind me? What is he doing? Oh, okay. Okay. I haven't seen this video. So he's got what's he got going on? Oh, it looks maybe he's doing an inspection. That's another thing. I like the videos about inspections. Let's go ahead and oh, this is kind of weird. Well, I'm going to leave him there. I can't see him change channel. All right, that's fine. It's no problem. So let's do this. I was still looking. Let's see if there's anything new. This one's for Patrick. Let's see if there's anything new coming out of St. Louis. You know, just when you thought you had a route wrapped up, something happens, something falls through, something changes. In fact, now what I could do is, we've already done some pickups in St. Louis. See, if I do Missouri plus Illinois, I'm going to see a bunch of Chicago, and I don't want to see that. I'm going to start with St. Louis to the south. Let's see what happens. Basically, I'm looking for cars for no less than 50 cents a mile. You know, St. Louis to Arkansas, I'm pretty sure I know where this is. I don't really want, you know, off-route Arkansas stuff. It's not really going to help me. Yeah, Paragould, Jonesboro. I mean, you're just in the middle of nowhere, so that's not going to happen. You know, Mississippi is a nice option if you're headed south. Oklahoma is a good option too. Yeah, this has been underpriced. This has been up there all day. Okay, let's see here. We were doing something to Dallas, and this is where United Road is really helpful. But they just they're really good at lowballing to get that on a 9 car that's just trying to fill a spot. What's the best connection for Sprinter vans? Oh man, you know, I know some company names on that. There's a company in Ohio. I cannot think of the name of that one. Oh man. This is the kind of thing we were looking for. Shoot, man. Yeah, we're going to Houston because we're still moving. So you know what? Look at this one, guys. You know this one, 2015 Ford. Okay, 2015 Ford, 3 units. They're E150s, and they're not listing it as 3 separate units. They may not know how. No, they know how. This is a broker trick. They're trying to get you to pick up 3 trucks without listing it as 3 vehicles. Now, okay, but still at 900? No. I don't know. Maybe they don't know how to use it. I'm going to say maybe they don't know how to use it because it's priced, I guess, for 3 vehicles. Still, it doesn't pay enough. But that's the thing is, man, if you're a 9 car and you're out there and you don't have a customer and you don't have like any kind of solid game plan, you're just driving around, they will take advantage of you. They will just fill you up cheap and call it a day and take that $400 commission. So, yeah, that one's really good. Shoot, man. Wish I'd have seen that today. Where'd that go? I wonder if I could send that to them. So, like... dang it. I should have checked it. I got to go back up. So why would anybody want to watch a show of a guy booking cars? That's exactly. But what's interesting, I watch a lot of car hauler YouTube. I got a guy on behind me, and there is even if it doesn't seem outright interesting, it's like my brain just kind of gathers information and makes me think about stuff. Did I lose that car? There's no way. Let's refresh this thing. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Thanks for joining me, man. I appreciate it. We got Ahmad. We got Dave at Clarksville. We got Patrick. I think Patrick's in New Jersey. All right. I'm looking for this St. Louis to Houston. Okay, here we go. Okay, Granite City. Oh, now wait a minute. Look at this. Double listed. No? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Okay, that's where you... Granite City, number one, Granite City is either an IAA or an ABC or a Copart. I can't remember which. And if I want to know, because, man, I want to know everything I can possibly know about a car before I call and talk to the broker. Because the broker is on the opposite side. They know all this stuff, and they're trying to only focus on all the good stuff and get me to take this car. All right, it's an IAA. It's just that's part of the game. When you play blackjack, the house wants you to lose. I mean, that guy, he may be passing you cards and standing there, but he's in his mind thinking, well, he doesn't care. The pit boss is thinking, lose, 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 lose. That's right. That's what it's like booking a car. Not every car, but if you at least think of it that way and know that you always ask for more money, know every negotiating piece you can. I know this is Granite City. I know this is an IAA. So when I look at this car and I can find one next to it that I think might be the same vehicle, this guy's posted at 500 INOP. This guy's posted at 600 COD and doesn't mention INOP. I'm going to assume it's the same truck. Always assume it's the same vehicle. Always assume there's more than one shooter. I don't know where that came from. That's where I think that this is the same truck, and I'm gonna ask if it's an INOP. I want to call this guy, but I don't want to put him on speakerphone. Let's call him. Can I get him on the phone? Let's see. What is it? Too late? It's 8:30. Maybe the way you wear that hat. Yeah, it's like that Sylvester Stallone movie, where you get into a zone. Would it be useless to try to contact Enterprise or Hertz to move their cars with me being a 3-car hauler? Would they want to deal with bigger outfits? Yeah. The truth is, Patrick, as a 3-car hauler, that is going to be useless. I mean, they're too big, right? That's too big a fish. Now, try to book Enterprise cars that get listed. What will happen is, if you find an Enterprise car listed on Central Dispatch, that's a leftover from a full load that somebody just couldn't get. Okay? So go ahead and try to move that. Do the best job you can. Maybe nobody cares. Maybe there's no opportunity to form a relationship. But maybe the third time you move that car, maybe a relationship starts. But I don't think you're ever going to get a wedge into a contract as big as Enterprise, right? But a used car lot, again, go for a smaller fish, not a tiny fish. A tiny fish is a resident that moves one car every 5 years. Don't bother. Don't get stuck in a 2-hour conversation trying to get your business card, and they're never going to move a car again, right? But if you get a really good snowbird, that might be the right kind of fish. Loads coming out of Indy have been pretty decent lately. Yeah, you know what? I like Indianapolis. Indianapolis is one of those cities where I just kind of count on being able to get in and get out. Indianapolis, Nashville. Dallas should be on that list, but when you come out of Dallas, it's almost always cheap unless you're really fast on the draw and you get that good. There's always that broker that just goes ahead and lists a good paying car. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I asked. So, yeah, don't overwork yourself trying to get a relationship that you can't maintain and keep. So, 7 Central. Yeah, I missed this. Oh wait, 8 o'clock. Well, it's 8:30 Eastern time, so it's 7 o'clock my time. Yeah, I think I missed them. I'm not going to call them. They're, 954 is Florida. Why not? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Besides, this is good for, techniques of phone calls. That's another big area. It's not just knowing the load boards. It's knowing best techniques when booking. Call scripts. You've got salespeople that make phone calls. They know exactly what they're going to say. Without even actually... First you start with the script, and then you just go off script. It's ringing, but it's not going to... Hey, calling about a load on Central. 652043. It's a Silverado. It's Granite City, Illinois, which I think is the IAA. And it's headed to... Well, I'm not sure. I got to make sure that... Oh, you don't? Okay. I see. Right. But it may not be paid tomorrow. Right. He's going to pay tomorrow morning, but he doesn't want it picked up till Thursday? I gotcha. Okay. I don't think that's going to work. And here's the thing is that I think the driver might be leaving St. Louis even tonight, in which case it's impossible. So, our time frames are a little off, but let's do this. If I talk to him tomorrow and he's still in St. Louis and he's going to be there, most of the day tomorrow, then I would call you back and try and book it. Yeah. Let me ask you this. This is at the IAA, right? Is this an in-op? Do you know? It does run and drive. Okay. All right, cool. Gotcha. Okay. All right, well, listen, if it works out, I'll give you a call back. Otherwise, I sure appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. See you, bye. That's pretty cool. Actually, that's probably one of the benefits of just, being willing to call and looking at loads morning, day, and night, is that he answered the phone, and I liked the way he talked to me. He was honest with this is the linchpin right here, is that it's at the IAA, but it's not going to be paid for until, I guess the guy's going to pay for it tomorrow, but he really thinks it'll definitely be ready Thursday. One of the things that you have to know about when a car at an auction is being paid for is that it doesn't happen immediate. Not all auctions, some are fast. Some I've heard, oh yeah, it's paid for, ready to go. They just, drop the money electronically and, it's a party. But I've also heard of, yeah, well, I got to drive 2 hours, I got to get there, they got to, deliver by pony, and then they got to hit the buttons, and that takes like 5 hours. So, when it comes to being paid for, and I really appreciate him, just shooting me straight, letting me know that it's safest to think for a pickup for Thursday. So, good stuff. What does in-op mean? Thank you for the question. There are no stupid questions. In-op is inoperable. Like this right here in red says inoperable. So inoperable means that it does not run and drive, which is actually funny because at a lot of auto auctions, run and drive literally means, and I've asked this, and I think this is correct, they put the keys in the car, they start it, and I think they put it in neutral or drive, and if it lurches, like if it just whispers forward, that's a run and drive, which is funny because a lot of run and drives don't actually drive anywhere. That's why I say it should be start and lurch. Thank you very much. So inoperable means it doesn't run and drive, and you probably need a winch, or really, since it's an IAA or a Copart, they got giant forklifts, and they'll forklift to just grab it and throw it on your car like it's a piece of candy on your trailer. The problem is when you go to delivery, and it's this tiny car lot, and he's got like a Home Depot forklift. That's not going to work. So if you can roll it off, great. But if you've put this thing in the belly or somewhere behind other cars and you can't roll it off, that's where you start asking about the tires, or maybe it's a no key in-op, which is like a nightmare. Yeah. So you got to know. In-op means inoperable. You have to have a combination vehicle for CDL. All right, cool. So yes, there are now other conversations going on in the live chat. This is why I recommend everybody join the live chat, talk to a working car hauler, get your questions asked. If maybe I'm bothering you and you just need to turn the sound down and ignore me and just join the live chat and talk to car haulers, that works too. Cool, yeah, rent a truck, or hopefully a friend of yours may have a truck to use, or the place you take the test may have a truck to rent. Cool, more on going on there. Cool, hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Okay, I didn't know I could rent one. Okay, Patrick, Central New York, the king state of toll roads. Oh, I said it because every trucker, yeah. What's interesting, what sucks is, so as a dispatcher, it took me a while before I even realized how important toll roads were to the value of a load. Because I'm not out there on the road. I'm not paying those tolls. But think about it, right? Even in your car, you don't like paying the tolls. So in a truck, forget about it. Yeah, man. That would be another good... I wonder if there's an app for tolls, and then that way when you're negotiating with the broker, you just pull up your app, you're like, well, I'm going to hit that toll and that toll, so I'm going to need another $100 right there, because I'm not going to get that money, and somebody needs to pay for those tolls. In fact, that's where I saw something earlier, another truckers forum thread, talking about, we'll come back to arrogant car salesman. I think it was actually this October crappy rates that I was looking at earlier. And they're talking about the rates. And, well, shoot, man, I'm not going to find it. But basically the question was, the rates are going to go up in December because when ELD starts, suddenly all the rates will go up. And that is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. I don't know what percentage of brokers are thinking about ELDs. Maybe in larger fleets, maybe they're going to think of the ELD cost and actually find a way to just make more money off of that. I don't know, but I think that ELDs is taking money out of everybody's pockets. It's going to cost car haulers money. It's going to make the job harder for the dispatcher, and it won't make the roads any safer, I don't think, because now it'll be a race at 5 o'clock to get that parking spot. You thought there was road rage before? Holy cow, there is going to be parking spot rage. We're going to have news stories we never even thought possible. Like, man pulls shotgun on other trucker over spot at TA. Absolutely, that's going to happen. People, stop putting electronic devices on everybody and everything thinking it's going to save lives. That is not how it works. That is not how it works, man. Okay. They will have to go up. Some people change their business. But yeah, that's the problem. What will happen is, as a car hauler, you got to take the cost of the ELD. Here's one. This is one for you, Patrick, and Jose, and a couple other folks I've talked to about starting up a business. Man, I'm still just orange. Man, I look like I got a tan. Let's see what happens if I get some white balance in here. But I like having the TV behind me. I don't want to turn that off, man. Is it that same guy again? This is crazy having video behind me. This is like a 1980s music video. Man, who remembers that stuff? So when you have a car hauling business, I say number one, come up with a strategic business plan. Actually, that'd be number two. Number one is ask yourself, do you really want to be a car hauler? Number two is come up with a strategic business plan. And as part of your strategic business plan, think of, I lay out the steps, and I'm gonna release this. I don't know. Hopefully later this month, about how you have got to look at your bottom line. Look at all your expenses, your truck payment, your trailer, your insurance, your other costs. You know, whether it's BOLs or a software program or QuickBooks or, you know, all of these costs. And then look at what that's costing you monthly. Look at what that's costing you annually. Definitely add fuel in there, right? All of your fuel. And come up with a base cents per mile for the truck that you have got to make to cover your costs. Because I have worked with car haulers. There's a couple that taught me something really interesting, is that it's better just to sit there than to move and haul cheap freight, right? Any veteran knows that. But try, when you're new to the business and you think, man, really, I'm going to sit here and not take something? Yeah, actually. Because if we sit here and wait and we watch the load board, we say load boards, it's really load board. Although, I will say this, that's why I have Central, Ready Auto, Cars Arrive. Those are the three you watch. Because what you do is watch Ready Auto as you watch Central. And I can show you what I mean. I can show you that. But know your base cost. Because if you're going to make the same amount or less, sit and wait. And look at a different route. Yeah, it'd be great to be home. It really would. But maybe we have to go backwards before we go home. Or we have to do a triangle instead of that rubber band. Because sometimes the backhaul is the worst part. Because you don't have other options, right? We got to go to Atlanta. And everything going to Atlanta is really not paying good. So maybe, okay, I'll tell you what. Let's go to Nashville, then go to Atlanta. If we do that, yeah, we're going to have some additional costs. Maybe hotel or something else, but maybe that's going to pay off better. And actually, in the long run, maybe we can get a relationship out of that too. I'm slowly hearing that from David. Okay, cool, man. Cole, I heard there's a slow season in car hauling, obviously in the north where there's snow, but what about the south where there's not? Oh, man. Okay, Cole. So what I should call this is just bad news with Jay, because, which is why, I can't believe, I never thought I would do this car hauling show, because all I have is bad news. The South is terrible in the winter because that's where everybody is. December and January, there's already less cars being hauled, and now everybody is running the southern lane to stay out of the north. So, I don't know how you do it, but if you can find a way to run as far north as you can and still, sustain your sanity, that actually would be my advice. But I don't know. That's not a simple answer. But that's a dispatcher's advice. Yeah, I don't mean to make it bad news either. I hate giving bad news. Learning a lot. Cool, Patrick. That's awesome. This is exactly why I do the show. And I will say this. Let me take this moment to thank you all for tuning in. I know you've got better things to do. You're working, and this drones on, this show, this goes on and on and on. But I appreciate you tuning in. Please give a like. I can really use those likes for every video. Man, if you've got 5 minutes, go through every video and like it, if you can. Whatever videos you do like. Because it helps me rise in the rankings, which means it increases my subscribers, and that also helps my viewership. I love your comments. I reply to every one. Sometimes it takes me a day to get back to you, but I have replied to every comment. I've maybe missed a few, but I'm trying to make sure I never miss any. So we got likes, we got comments. Obviously the live chat is a huge deal. I'm trying to get some discussion going on my page. That's the only part of my page that I'm, still trying to figure out. Also, share videos with other drivers. That's awesome too. That's great for the channel, and I've had other drivers be like, wow, man, I didn't even know. There's tons of drivers that have never heard of this channel, right? Because there are thousands of car haulers, and there's car haulers every day. So I really appreciate that. And I also want to know, what is the ELD that you're looking at? Do you already have an ELD? Because as we can see, there's not many places to get ELD feedback and ratings, and the industry needs to know. In fact, I think what's happened is a lot of the industry feedback is from freight, and I don't think anybody knows who the car hauling choice is. I have not heard yet. So that's interesting, because a car hauler is more price sensitive than a freight hauler, I think. Because freight, I think it's a bigger network, and anyways, I could totally be wrong about this, but we do want to know. We do want to know what ELD you're using. I think you'll start to need to make. Okay, I think to start you'll need money for monthly payments at least for 3 months, unless you have other income. This way you'll also be able to say no to cheap freight. You've got to say no to cheap freight. Garmin, yeah. That's it. So we got, I think the biggest ELDs right now, we got Keep Truckin'. We've got Big Road. Those are kind of the top two. Let's see. You got J.J. Keller, Rand McNally, Garmin. Okay, I'm going to call those the big five, right? I might get my hand. Where's my hand? And then you've got, and then if I went into another five, I'd say like E-Road. It seems like there's a lot of Omnitrax. This PeopleNet is freaky. Okay, PeopleNet. You guys know what PeopleNet is? You thought ELD was intrusive? Oh my gosh. PeopleNet, dude. You guys know what PeopleNet is? Perfecting the workforce through intrusion. It's literally, I mean, I don't want to say the wrong thing, because although I don't think this is the right thing. Is it My PeopleNet? Is it My PeopleNet? Yeah. My PeopleNet. Oh, it is PeopleNet. Of course it's PeopleNet. People caught in the net. So this PeopleNet, yeah, it's a picture of people at a work table. It should be a picture of a driver flipping out over all the cameras in his truck. That's what PeopleNet is. Microphones, cameras, just all over you. It's 1984, man. And to me, that's where ELD is going to take society. That's right. I said it here. ELD is the beginning of okay, anyway, I'm going to stop there, man. I don't want to go crazy. Okay. See, I told you, Dave. I try to stop myself. I don't want to go crazy. It's cars versus RV. Where's the money? RVs are tough to book. I think RV is more of a drive-away business, meaning you get in and you drive it, right? I've never known even like a, God, what do you call those, like ice cream trucks, like bread trucks? Even those are too tall to load on a 3-car wedge. Stone Ridge Easy ELD, really? David, that's awesome, man. How did you pick Stone Ridge? Did it have anything to do with me talking about it? Did you reach out to them? They reach out to you? I'm curious. That's awesome. That's good feedback. So we've heard Garmin. That's one for Garmin, one for Stone Ridge. Anybody else? If you have a 250 or 350 with a 2 or 3 car trailer, you could stay at $26K just to get you started, right? We talked about, it seems like each show now, we're talking about staying under the 26,000 because you don't have your CDL yet. It's understandable, but yeah, get your CDL, get your training. You know what I noticed is I actually went to Amazon, and if you go to Amazon, you know, maybe this helps you, maybe this is ridiculous, I don't know. But if you type in CDL, you can get some cheap, I mean really inexpensive CDL study guides. I found that really interesting. Does anybody else find that interesting? I think that's really cool. Let's see here. Done RVs for 2 years, and it's one way, paid miles, deadhead back. I believe that. Not legally in a train. Yep, okay. If you had a driver with empty space. Oh, here we go. If you had a driver with an empty space on their trailer and you were having a problem finding a car that paid well to put on it, would you book a cheap load just to fill the space? All right. So the answer could be yes. And that's why you're always going to see loads that are in like, under 40 cents a mile. Even 43 cents a mile, you're kind of just breaking even. Now, in a 9 car, that might be worth it. But in a 9 car, do you want to waste your time on one car? The problem is you're a 3-car wedge. You got 2 loads. You got your anchor load, the reason you're doing it. Then you got another car, good paying load. And then you got one more spot, and maybe it's not that large of a spot. Maybe you can only fit a car. Maybe you've got weight considerations. Who knows what it is. So, and you can't find a good paying car. You can't find anything else for 60 cents a mile, and you've got to hit the road to move that anchor load. The answer is yes. You're probably going to have to settle for something else. However, what you do is get creative with your dispatching. This is where creative dispatching is really helpful. Let's say 3-car, leaving St. Louis. Gotta go. Can't wait any longer. That guy called that truck, it wasn't ready, can't do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start looking ahead of us. Let's go to the map, okay? St. Louis. Right? Here's St. Louis, and here's Dallas. Actually, we're going to Houston. So, which way are we going to go? Are we going to go Springfield, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Houston? Probably we're going to go, I don't know, down to Memphis and go this way. Everybody does things differently. But look at all the states. Don't just look at the cities. And yes, Central Dispatch has this search option where you can include like the windows, whatever. I don't know. I do the whole state. So I'm just going to look at the whole state. And I'm going to keep this window open until we have the spot filled. I'm going to look morning, noon, and night. I'm going to wake up in a cold panic thinking about that empty spot. That's what it takes to stay profitable. Just do it. And maybe maybe you can't look. Maybe you're driving. Have your wife look. Have your sister look. Have your kids look. Have the neighbor look. Whoever, whatever it takes. But so what we're going to do is we're going to do Missouri. I'm going to look. Missouri's ahead of me. Maybe Arkansas is ahead of me in this case. And I know that I'm going to Texas. And maybe Louisiana's in front of me. All right. So I'm choosing. This is we're going to now start looking off the beaten path. This is creative dispatching, right? Creative load searching. And I only want stuff that's ready soon. I want highlighted on top for sure. I want open trailer because I don't want to see an enclosed trailer load and get all excited and I can't haul it. I'm going to hit search. And now that I've hit search, I'm going to refresh this page until my finger falls off the mouse. All right? Because I want the fresh stuff. Now, when it's 11 o'clock at night, you don't need to do that. But during the day, you do. And so I'm going to start looking. If I don't know a city, I need to view the route. Maybe I can make it work. Maybe if I go off the beaten path a little and fill that third spot with a profitable unit, maybe that'll work. All right, so I hope that helps. That's essentially what I do. Because as a paid dispatcher, I look until the spot is full. And I will call anything that I think even remotely makes sense. And, sometimes you get lucky. And also keep your head. Don't panic. Do business. Drive safe. Don't wait until you're totally screwed. Don't screw over a load, but maybe you can push it a day. And that's another thing. Don't let customers and brokers rattle you. Like, you said it would be here Tuesday. No, I didn't. Somebody else might have said that. But according to my dispatch, I have 2 days, which is actually the standard on Central Dispatch. You have a 2-day window before and after an estimated pickup date. That's why on your dispatch sheet, never let anybody say exact. everything is estimated. When I see exact, I call them back. Hey, you know what? I'm ready to accept your dispatch sheet, but you put exact, and I need estimated. Can we work? So, maybe you just need to push it a day, and maybe the broker's calling you, ringing your phone off the hook, and you're not answering because that's ridiculous. And then they just, get subscribed to PeopleNet, and now they're looking at you inside your truck and wondering why you're just sitting there. That's another reason I don't like ELD, because I don't think that's fair. But, that's creative dispatching. That's what it takes sometimes. Okay, and that's interesting. Okay, by the way, I'm at 17 concurrent viewers, which is my current record. So if we get somebody else in here, that'd be a new record. And the show's almost over, and we finally peaked. So how interesting. Phoenix is tough. Oh, man, Phoenix is tough. I thought Phoenix would be good. I don't know why Phoenix is so tough. It's a wealthy city, good population, and maybe because there's so many, maybe because the weather's so great. I don't know. It seems like states that have great weather, have lower rates. I think that's part of the problem. If the South's not paying well, how far north or west does it start getting better? I'm in Atlanta. Seems like Atlanta would be good since it's a hub. Yeah, well, okay. Atlanta's tough because, God, why is Atlanta tough? The good side of Atlanta is that there are more loads, but it seems like some bigger cities like Atlanta, there's more saturation of car haulers in and out of the city. So a broker has a better chance of just waiting for another car hauler to get it. Just like Miami. Dude, Miami, they'll list Porsches rock bottom because everybody's headed out the same way. Somebody's going to pick it up. Atlanta seems to have that problem. And on top of that, I hear the traffic is pretty tough. So I don't know. I wish Atlanta rates were better. They just don't seem to be. So how far north do you have to go? Well, I wish you could go to Detroit because all the good stuff is coming out of Detroit. But that might be too cold. Maybe you can go as far north as Ohio or Indiana, even Tennessee, Kentucky. It's interesting. You get out to like Iowa and Nebraska, and they seem to be... There's some dealerships out there that are great, but it can be tough to either get out or get in. It's interesting too. You'll find routes that kind of dry up. I don't know why. I used to do this North Carolina, Virginia to Iowa, Nebraska back and forth. That was great for a while, and then I don't know what happened to it. It might be back. Let's see. Wow, oh my gosh. That's the truck when you add a trailer. Peephole net. Oh, man. Wow. See if the .com's available. Somebody get peephole.net. Atlanta's okay. Rates are okay, but run up north. Run Midwest back to Atlanta. Looks like this A truck is 10,000 pounds. So, yeah, Dave is really helpful at looking at the car haulers, and the trailers and the CDL information. So appreciate that, Dave. What is going on behind me? Is that a car hauler? Maybe I need to move to the side. I don't know what's on behind me. It's YouTube. It's YouTube trucking videos. Is Dayton, Ohio to Detroit good route? Okay. Dayton to Detroit is a little too short to be good. You have to drive a long enough distance. Now, wow, that was crazy. You can find cars from Dayton to Detroit, but it's not far enough. A better route might be like, and Chicago to Detroit's not good. I don't know if St. Louis to Detroit is good. Let's pick a different city over there. Let's look at, I got a map right in front of me. Like Louisville to Detroit would be better. Because Dayton, see, the problem is, I got that map right in front of me, and I'm going off memory. Dayton to Detroit, it just isn't far enough to be a great route. But Anything I say can be wrong at any time. In fact, somebody can prove me wrong at any time, and I'm open to that. What you could do is, if you can find the right connection, because you're looking for a customer, everything you're doing, let me tell you, do you know why brokers don't want the rate on the BOL, etc.? Because that's the beginning of creating a relationship with the customer. The last thing a broker wants is a car hauler to become the relationship, which is funny because you're the one doing all the work. You're the one interacting with the customer with the car. You're the one that eventually the relationship should be with. Okay? And a broker is going to work as hard as possible to maintain the relationship and make sure you don't, which is why some brokers won't even give you the phone number of the customer. You're not going to talk to this customer. It's my customer. So you want that to change. You want that customer. You might be able to find a great customer in Dayton that moves cars to Detroit on a regular basis. And now it is a great route because you got the customer. And now you're the one moving the cars. You're the preferred car hauler. They just call you, and you always say yes. As you know, I mean, if it's a crappy deal, you say no. But when something could be a good deal, and you can tell, right? Say yes. Even if you're not sure if you can do it. Well, don't push it, but say yes. Do it. Create the relationship. I'm in Jacksonville. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, what's up, guys? Phil, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I think that we emailed each other. What a good lane back to Phoenix to make up the low rates out. Okay, so what's interesting is I noticed for a while, and this might still be true, and I could check, but it would take time, and we can do that. But there was this Phoenix to Kansas City thing going. I've seen a lot of Phoenix to Kansas City over time, or Phoenix to Oklahoma. Don't do Phoenix to Dallas, because you're not going to make money. You could do Phoenix to Denver, but you just have to realize, right, that you're dealing with the edge of the Rockies. So, and when you get to Denver, Denver's one of those cities. See, the West is funny. Once you get west, it's hard to get east. It's like trying to swim against the tide back onto the beach, right? So we can check Phoenix if you want to. I'm in Jacksonville. Where do I need to look to make decent money? You're in Jacksonville. Okay, Dave. Number one, get a TWIC. All right? You're at a port. You need a TWIC. TWIC. What is this? Transportation Worker Identification Credential. You've got to get your TWIC card, and then you are now authorized to pick up at the port and to deliver to the port. You don't need an escort. It'll change the face of your business. So if you're in Jacksonville, that's my advice. Get a TWIC and see if you can get a winch. I don't know what size car hauler you are, but that's my advice. Brandon, run a 500-mile radius around your area and learn what lanes are profitable. Yes, and I call that route scouting. Route scouting is, I'm in a city, I'm not sure where I'm going to go, but I need to start looking and I need to try to come up with a game plan. Find the anchor load, find another car that might go with it, look down the road, look beyond the city you're originally going to go to, get creative. I agree with that. And you know what a really great search is, Brandon? If you, what you can do, what I like to do is, let's say we pull up a search. Let's say we're going to choose 500 miles around, let's go with Phoenix, okay? Let's go with Phoenix. And I'm looking for that anchor load. Man, I don't care where I go. I just want to make money, right? Let's do 50 miles around it, and let's just do something crazy. Let's do all right? I'm going to choose the country. Okay, because I'm going to choose the country, I'm going to put in a couple filters to try and minimize. I don't want to see 500 results. That's not going to help me. I'm always looking for 100 results. If I get 100 results, that means I chose a smart search. I'm going to go with 65 cents a mile. Let's just do that. I'm probably going to have a couple hundred results. Well, that's bad. 16 results. I chose 50 miles around Phoenix at a minimum of 65 cents a mile to the entire country, and I got 16 results. And look, it's full of these little short hops, which is basically, that's a tow truck. So there's nothing paying 65 cents a mile except for improperly listed loads or, well, oversized vehicles. Okay, well, here we go. Phoenix to Fresno. Ready Logistics. Phoenix to Sacramento. Okay, you could put those two together, although you're talking Tundra and Ram 3500. And you may not be able to run in California, so this may not help you at all. Oh, here we go. Phoenix to Albuquerque. Yeah, let's just crawl out of... Man, this is not good. Okay, so it's not good. 65 cents a mile didn't work. So, by the way, viewers are dropping off, so I'm going to do this for a few more minutes, and then we're going to play some Heavy Truck Driver Simulator. It's my favorite game. I can't wait to force you to watch me play that game. San Luis Obispo. This isn't good. It's not good. Okay, here we go. Colorado Springs ProMaster van, dude. This isn't good, man. Okay, here's another... Okay, here's what we can do. So here's what we do. We want to move, right? Look, here it is. Ford Explorer plus 2 vehicles. Oh my gosh. This has got to be a U-ship load. Who's moving these old cars? Carson City, Vegas. So here's our choices. We're either going to crawl east with short hops and stay above our minimum, or we're going to sit and look for... this could take all day tomorrow to put together a good load. Yeah, I could. So, what's a good lane back to Phoenix? Right. What's a good lane either way? I mean, really. Let's see. Thanks, I'm on it. Love the show. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Do me a favor, Dave. Please give me some likes. Also, don't forget, if you subscribe to the channel, you guys know about the notification bell? It's interesting. I didn't really know how the notification bell worked for the longest time. Let's say I go to Super Trucker Dan. I'm already subscribed. See this bell here? If you click the notification bell, then you get notified of every new video or live stream, anything new. But if you're just subscribed, you get random notifications, which is interesting because YouTube is all algorithms. Everything is these brilliant algorithms, what you watched, what to get suggested, what you normally look at, what you like. I mean, look at your homepage. It's full of suggested videos which were derived through algorithms based on your preferences, what you shop for, what you look for. It's basically the ELD of the internet. And so if you click the notification bell, then it's not random suggestions, it's everything. So go ahead and do that. Let's see here. Hello, thank you for doing what you do best. Sharuz, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's really nice. I really like that. What do you think about creating a brand new platform like and better than 1Dispatch? Okay. I'm so glad you asked me. I don't do that. Homie, don't play that. Nobody says that anymore. That was so popular. So it's been tried so many times. Somebody will eventually figure this out. I don't know who and I don't know how. But competing with 1Dispatch is what so many folks want to do. Man, I'm red there. That's just a red picture. I need to get some better lighting here. Like I said, I'm not at my home office today, so I apologize for the color. It's out of my control. But yeah, no, creating a load board and competing. I've seen, actually, there was this is interesting. Direct Dispatch is not that old. And look, I went to it just the other day. Direct Dispatch. Now there was an independent attempt at creating a load board. And look, the domain is for sale. for $40,000. No problem. Let's see, I could either get a new truck or directdispatch.com. How tempting. Yeah, so it's very, very difficult to create a load board and compete with Central Dispatch, and that's why Central Dispatch collects $100 per car hauler and yet still doesn't seem to have awesome functions like backhaul. So I don't know, man. I agree. It'd be great to see a great competitor. And as I like to also spread the news, is that Cox Auto Inc. owns Central Dispatch and now also owns, everybody together, Ready Logistics. So I guess the next question is, do they own PeopleNet? I'll tell you what, if I was at Cox Auto Inc., I would probably consider buying PeopleNet. For sure. Do they own an ELD provider? Not that I know of, but yeah, just get PeopleNet, man. Heck yeah. And then buy up all the cameras and all the trucks and, just own it all, man. That's what I would do. So yeah, it'd be great to see somebody compete with Central Dispatch. Won't be me. I'm too realistic. Sure is maybe hard to do that. Yeah. Amen. I have to go. God bless. Yeah, thanks, Dave. You take care, buddy. Terrible. It's not good. Maybe. Are other loads preferred to cars, bricks, construction materials? I wouldn't know. I've tried to book other things. I couldn't do it. I was unable to make a business out of that. Don't get your question. I'm a semi-driver. Been through a lot. I love your show. Get my own car hauler because we're really gonna get a car hauler because of the show. That's incredible, man. No, obviously you're not going to get a car hauler because of my show. I'm kidding. But yeah, I do want to help, and it sounds like I am helping. And Patrick, I'll see you next Tuesday. That's awesome. And I still have 15 people in the chat right now. That seems to be my regular average, which is awesome. I thank you guys for watching. Every viewer I get, I really appreciate every like on every video. Every subscription. This channel is only, I think I'm 4 months old now. I've been doing dispatching for over 5 years. It feels like forever, and but the channel's pretty young, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna be here until Cox Auto owns everything. Last thing I'm gonna do here is I like to see if I can bring this up here. You're looking at my phone. Can you guys see my phone? Sure. All right, let's go ahead and move that over. Let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's bring my phone back up. Oh, the phone's going to go sideways though. Oh man, it's interesting. I am my own switcher, as I say. I could use a switcher. I don't have a switcher. A switcher would be somebody that can do the resizing and all that stuff while I do this. But hey, that's cool, man. No problem. All right, heavy truck driving simulator. I'm telling you, you got to get this. So we're going to do this. This will be the end of the show. I'm going to play this about 5 or 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I'm going to roll out with a car hauler video. Awesome. This is the closest I'll ever get to being in the truck. Alright, here we go. Level 1. Let's do this. Load woods and deliver it to the construction site. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I'm calling about a load on Central. Yeah. I could probably pick that up tomorrow. I just, yeah, I gotta do a load of wood first. Here, hang on, let me get this hook. All right. So this game is awesome. It's actually really hard at first. spot on the fence. Sweet. Oh, yeah. That should be 3 hearts right there. Let's see. People, please research and subscribe to Jay's show. Thank you, Brandon. That is awesome. That is so awesome, man. Yeah, I gotta go. Closing up shop, man. Awesome. Yeah, this truck game rocks, dude. Thank you for tuning in, Brandon. I will see you in a week. Awesome, buddy. Awesome. Alright, next level. That's right. Okay, I'm going to load wooden boxes and deliver to the construction site. Here we go. Oh, this is really hard. Oh, come on. Alright, let's back her up, man. That hill's nuts. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Holy mackerel. Oh man, this hill sucks. This would be like car hauling. Oh, now I'm totally screwed up. Sheesh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm telling you, this hill's like, oh, now I'm really screwed up. Oh man, alright, let's see if I can turn around. Shoot. It's probably gonna kick me off. Oh, I'm gonna go in the water, dude. That is not gonna work. Golly. I'm gonna run out of gas. Alright, well, I can't get this truck turned around. I'm screwed. So, okay, man. Should I give up? No, okay, here we go. Here's what you do. If you can't do it, hit pause and just restart the level. Don't you wish you could do that in your truck with the DOT? Just restart, man. Alright, load wooden boxes. Let's do this thing. Oh, I made it. Oh. Awesome. Awesome. Eastbound and down, low to get trucket. Okay. Awesome. That hill's ridiculous. Oh, still got people in here. Alright, cool. Thank you, Cole. Thanks for tuning in, man. I will see you, hopefully I'll see you next week. Please join the show. I really appreciate it. Thanks, man. Oh, I almost missed it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. Cool. All right, I'll do a couple more levels and then I'm going to call it a day. Love this game. 3 stars. That's awesome. And the music is awesome. All right, it's time for car hauling. Cool. You guys ready? Here we go. See, I don't know why the hill's so hard on the first one. I guess the trailer's really heavy. I don't know. Oh, I almost ate it there. Yeah, this game's so cool. And then the routes get a lot longer. Like level 6, It's really hard. Gain my experience tiers. Give it away for free. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. No matter how much information I give away, this is still a hard job and it's still challenging. Oh, shoot. Oh. Got to keep your eyes on the road, man. That was a sweet recovery, though. Yeah. So, let's see here. All right, cool. All right. 2 more minutes, and then I'm definitely going to go. Thank you guys for tuning in with me and staying with me, and the crazy YouTube videos behind me and stuff. Let's go ahead and change the background. Yeah. Remember to please like and share. Thank you for subscribing. Oh man. Okay, let's back this up. Holy cow. Thank you guys for tuning in with me and staying with me. Alright, I'm wrapping it up. Okay, that's it, man. Alright. Okay, let's do the end of the show here. Okay. Alright, man, this has been another Car Hauling Dispatcher Live. I'm Jay. I'm the Car Hauling Dispatcher. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll be here every Tuesday night for Car Hauling Dispatcher Auto Transport Intel Tuesday Night Live, 8 p.m. Central Time. And we go for about an hour. We talk about everything car hauling. My main experience is in dispatching, and I'm here to see if I can help answer your questions. You can join the live chat with other car haulers. Please like any video that helps you. Please make sure you subscribe, share, comment, and I will see you next week. Thanks a lot. You take care.